Welcome to the Bushido gang. What's up, guys? It's Attack on Samurott, and welcome to my week 1 match of the HDL League. So, for the first week, I have my opponent, Biribon, aka Barry. So, Barry has a pretty cool team. This is how he built his team for me this week. So, he's got Mega Aggron, Clefable, Roserade, Tyrantrum, Zygarde, and Thundurus Incarnate. Well, for me this week, if you guys have seen my team builder, you guys should know what I have, but I'll just repeat it. I've got Mr. Pringles, the Jellicent. I have Spike Lee, the Ferrothorn. I got Big Juice, the Salamence. I got Red-Handed, the Rotom Heat. Vanilla, the Kraganol, and I have Soul, the Mega Absol. So yeah. I should have, in my team builder, I should have actually made a prediction about what his team, about what he would bring for me, in this for the first week. But I actually didn't mention it, but I did mention how afraid I was of his core, of his defensive core of Clefable, Mega Aggron, Zygarde, and Suicune. He actually didn't bring Suicune, which I was pretty surprised about. But yeah, he did bring some power with Tyrantrum and Thundurus. So those are mons I really got to watch out for in this game. And yeah. So before we get started though, make sure you guys have a like, comment, and subscribe. Follow me on my Twitch, Twitter. Join my Discord, Bushido Gang, and subscribe for some more content. But without further ado, let's get this battle underway. So my opponent leads off with Zygarde as I lead off with Mega Absol. So I led with Mega Absol just in case he will lead with Mega Aggron or he would lead with Clefable to get rocks up. So instead he leads with Zygarde, which I was pretty surprised about, cause I mean, like, Zygarde is a lead. It's just kind of weird. I genuinely thought he would have led with Clefable or Mega Aggron, since those are the best rockers. But instead he leads with Zygarde, which I was again pretty surprised about. So I Mega Evolve right here on this turn, and I go for the knockoff. And knockoff actually does a decent amount to it. So I get rid of his soft sand. So since he has soft sand, that told me that it told me that he wasn't weakness policy, or he wasn't choice banded, or he wasn't lefties, and also he wasn't defensive most likely. So excuse me. So yeah, knocking off his soft sand told me that he was more of an offensive Zygarde. So he actually goes for the 1,000 arrows on this play, and it does a lot to me. If he actually kept his soft sand, it probably would have knocked me out. So luckily going for the knockoff was the best play for me. So anyways, I bring in Spike Lee on this turn, and he actually goes for the E-Speed. I guess maybe he predicted me to go for Sucker Punch or something, or maybe he thought I would stay in and go for Ice Beam or something like that. But right here he goes for the Dragon Dance. Now the Dragon Dance play on his part, I feel like the setup was, I feel like him setting up early was kind of not great on his part, cause like he could have actually switched into well, honestly, actually looking at his team, he didn't really have a good switch in for Ferrothorn, cause I mean, like, once Jarball comes in, something on the team's not gonna take it that well. So, but then again, he could have just went Aggron, so I don't know why you set up right there, but he went for the aggressive play and went for the setup. I actually go for the spikes. Now these spikes are gonna be very important for this game. So he goes to the 1,000 arrows, does a lot, but doesn't bring me down to half. So I go for the Jar Ball, does 36%. He goes 1,000 arrows again, and I knock him out with the next Jar Ball. Now honestly, I feel like I should have just went for the Protect instead to get some more health back. That way I would have been around like 30-something% after lefties. Maybe actually I would have been. I think after the Protect, 1,000 arrows would have done a lot, but I think I would have been back up to actually no, I think I still would have been like 30-something% after the lefties and such. But yeah, so Clefable comes in, and right here I make the best play possible. I actually decide, well, not the best play possible. I'm not gonna say that. But I will say that I actually went for the Protect because I actually wanted to scout for the fire move. The fact that he brought Clefable in so confidently, it really made me think he had a fire move on him. So Protect was definitely the right play for me to make, just to scout for it. So yeah, I do scout for it. He goes Fire Blast, and yeah, so I'm gonna switch out because I don't want Spike Lee to die. So yeah, I switch out. Actually, no, he switches out first, predicting me to switch out into something that could deal with Clef. So I actually decided to bring in Mr. Pringles, because Mr. Pringles would outspeed this, and I can actually stop it. And I can actually stop Clefable from trying to set up hazards, or trying to set up with Calm Mind or something. So yeah, Jelly comes in. Well, yeah, Jelly comes in, and then he brings the Tyrantrum in. That name though. So I actually switch out because I don't want to get hit with the head smash, and I bring Spike Lee in. He goes for the head smash right here, and he does get chipped down a little bit with the iron barbs. So he goes Fire Fang. So the fact he switched up his moves is actually really important, because that told me that he wasn't Choice Scarf. So because yeah, Choice Scarf Tyrantrum is actually very, very scary. It's actually a lot scarier than Rampardos being Choice Scarf, but because it doesn't have to worry about recoil damage from head smash. But yeah, that Fire Fang though does knock out Spike Lee. So again, Spike Lee actually did his job getting the hazards up, which is something I definitely needed, because Spikes really hinders him. Because I mean, like, as you can see right now on his team, the only way he can get rid of hazards is if he possibly had Defog on his Thundurus. So he does knock out my Ferrothorn. I bring in Vanilla, and he actually switches into Aggron. Now I knew this was coming, but I actually forgot about type coverage and such. I actually forgot that Steel and Rock isn't neutral to Ice, is actually resisted to it. So after the spike damage and such, I was thinking, oh, this Ice Beam's gonna do a lot of damage. No, it didn't do that much. It only did 19%. So he brings me down to 69%. I bring in, this play is important. This play was very important. Now I switched out Vanilla as he brought in the Aggron, and, you know, I went for the Ice Beam and everything. So there were many possible ways many possible plays that Barry could have done here. So he could have went Heavy Slam, thinking that I was staying with Kraganol, and just go for the damage. He could have went Rocks. He could have went Stone Edge, predicting Rotom or predicting Salamence to come in. Like, he had a lot of options. He even could have went Dragon Tail too. Maybe. I don't know why he would do it, but he had many options right here. But right here, I decided to go for the most likely option. I mean, the most likely play that he would go for the Rocks, as I switch out Vanilla. So I bring Soul in because I wanted to bounce those Rocks back, and those Rocks get bounced back. I go for the Dark Pulse to get some chip damage. Dark Pulse didn't do that much, but it's still decent chip. So he does knock me out with the Heavy Slam. But still, that Dark Pulse damage though is actually going to be really, really nice for me, because that's going to allow Rotom to actually knock it out later on. So yeah. The Dark Pulse though, again, decent damage. It actually looked like it did a little bit more though. He actually told me that he was Careful Nature on his Aggron. So that's good damage though for being careful. But yeah, he does knock out my Soul. Yeah, he does knock out my Soul. But yeah, definitely the Rocks being set up on his side is gonna really help me out, especially gonna help against the Thundurus too. So yeah, Soul did his job. Didn't expect Soul to do that much, but yeah, he did his job. So yeah, I'm gonna sack Soul. I mean, Soul's gonna drop. Then Red-Handed comes in. Crap. Okay, I didn't mean to do that. I paused on the recording button. I didn't mean to. But okay, Clefable comes in, and this is important because this Thunderbolt is gonna hurt. Like, as you can see right now, because Zygarde's gone, Rotom is pretty much gonna do a lot of stuff here. It's gonna put in the work right now. So as he brings Clef in, I was actually debating on going for the Volt Switch or going Thunderbolt. Now, going Volt Switch was my initial play, because I was thinking, okay, maybe after the Volt Switch I could bring in Salamence or something. But then, actually, I just thought about this. If I went Volt Switch, well, I mean, he wouldn't go Moonblast on Rotom, so I don't know what his play would have been here. Actually, no, I do remember his play. No, actually, no, I don't remember his play. But I don't know what his play would have been. Had I went for the Volt Switch and then brought Menson. I think I still would have outsped. I mean, I still would have went first, but yeah, anyways, he brings in the Clef on this play. After he brings in the clef to take whatever I do right here. So I go for the Thunderbolt, and Thunderbolt does a lot to him. So that actually forces him to stay in, because he doesn't have any other switch in to go into. He could have went Roserade, but Roserade probably, I don't know if it probably wouldn't have taken it. I mean, it definitely would have taken it. It would have taken a Thunderbolt, but nothing else on his team really wanted to take a Thunderbolt, especially after hazards. So yeah, he's forced to stay in with this and sack it. So there goes the biggest threat to his team. I mean, to my team, the Clefable. So I switch out. I bring in Mr. Pringles, and yeah, that's dead. So I think sacking Mr. Pringles was definitely the best play I could have made, because now I'm pretty much open to bring in Mint, or I could bring Rotom back in, or I could even bring a Vanilla back in if I wanted to. But yeah, I don't think Vanilla was the right. Vanilla definitely wouldn't have been the right play, because he would always bring Aggron in on that play. But instead I decided to bring in Big Juice. So I bring in the Big Juice, and I go for the Draco, and luckily I land it. Now landing the Draco was actually really important, because now I'm gonna get a Moxie boost, and I can actually put some work in now with Big Juice. So yeah, I actually managed to get 2 kills here, I believe. Actually, no, 3 kills. But I'll talk about that in a minute. But yeah, the Draco actually does knock out the Tyrantrum, which is great for me. So I do get a Moxie boost, and he brings in Thundurus. Now this play is probably the most important play of the game. Not really like too important, because I did have 2 win cons in the back, but important enough to mention. Thundurus right here. Okay, dang it. Barry told me after the game that he actually had HP Ice on his Thundurus. Now, if he went for the HP Ice right here and knocked me out, I still would have been fine, because like I still had Rotom in the back. But this is a play I risked right here, because like Thundurus could have many options. He could be Electrium Z, he could be Fightinium Z, Poisonium Z, if anything. if you wanted to run something weird like that. But basically he had a lot of offensive options with Thundurus. So I was expecting him to go for the HP Ice. I was fine with Big Juice dropping right here. So instead he actually goes for the Defog. Now the Defog play I really didn't agree with. I think his best play was to go for the HP Ice, if anything. Like, you see a threat with a +1 boost, you go for the attack. I would have, if I was in his position, I definitely would have went HP Ice. Like, regardless of these mons, I would have went HP Ice. But yeah, he risked it and went for the default to get rid of the hazards, and he drops to an Outrage right there. So now I'm at +2. Even that +2 is not gonna knock out Aggron, so you're gonna see it not knock it out and only do like 26%, and I'm gonna get Dragon Tailed out into Rotom. I go for the Volt Switch, and I bring Big Juice back in. I can outspeed the Roserade, and I can go for my Flyninum Z and knock him out with the Supersonic Sky Strike, and that is the game. So yeah, I definitely played aggressive this game. I feel like I played pretty aggressive this game, compared to how I did in my in the IPC league. Oh god. But yeah, I'm gonna be honest. I really didn't feel like I was gonna win this game, just because of that core he had. Like, Clefable and Suicune together are annoying as crap. Like, I really thought he would bring all 4 of them, but he only brought all 3 of them, which, I mean, like, in hindsight, it wasn't like that bad. But still, if he brought all 4 of them, it could have been a little. I think I still would have been fine, but it would have been annoying. It still would have been annoying dealing with Suicune, especially if it was faster. If it was like a fast version or a fast Suicune. But yeah, crazy though how I won this game. Really didn't think I'd win it. But yeah, so we actually get our week 1 win. So yeah, again, good GG to my opponent Barry. He played it pretty well. Definitely liked his play with the Tyrantrum, and I also liked I also liked what he did with Really, I liked his Tyrantrum plays, going hard, going straight up aggressive with the head smash. He didn't care about any switch-ins. But yeah, again, Barry, that was a really good game, and yeah. Next week, I don't know who we're battling, but I'll let you guys know in the team builder. That comes out next week for week 2. So yeah, if you guys did enjoy, make sure you guys leave a like, comment, and subscribe. Follow me on Twitter, follow me on Twitch, join my Discord, Bushido Gang, and yeah, subscribe for some more content. Also, I forgot to mention my sub goal. I'm trying to get 150 subs, man. I'm so close. I'm only like 13 subs away, man. But it'll be cool if I can get 200. But if I can get 200 subs by the end of the summer, but I doubt that's gonna happen. If anything, 150 is more of a realistic goal. So yeah, again, that's gonna be it, guys. And hope you guys enjoy your weekend. And I am out. Peace.